Okay, so problem asked over email. This is actually problem 2.1.21. Didn't leave myself enough space there to write that out. Okay, and the question is, they want us to find the distance between the points, and also they want us to find the midpoint between these two. Okay, and they're giving us m0 and n0. All right, so the first thing is the distance formula is this one right here. It's x2 minus x1 quantity squared, and we're taking the square root, and then plus y2 minus y1 quantity squared. Okay, so if I label these, if I just say this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2, then I can just plug these pieces in and evaluate this. Okay, so my distance here becomes my x2, which is n, minus my x1, which is m, that quantity squared, plus my y2, which is 0, minus my y1, which is 0, quantity squared. Okay, well, 0 minus 0 is just 0, so this part just goes away, and I'm left with the distance equaling the square root of n minus m quantity squared. Okay, now to evaluate that, the square root of anything squared is just going to be that thing, so this is going to come out as n minus m because I have the square root of something squared. However, I need to make sure that this is the absolute value because I don't know what n and m are. And at this point, if I were to plug in some values, and let's say that they were negative, notice in this step, if the result of n minus m in this step had been negative, I would have squared it, and then I would have taken the square root, so it would have given me something positive. So I actually have to ensure that this quantity, that this difference right here is going to be positive. And because of the fact that they're variable. So the way to do that is to use some absolute value signs. Okay, so this would be the distance answer. And then they also want us to find the midpoint. And your midpoint formula, I'll just give us a little room right here. Your midpoint formula, all you're doing is you're taking an average. So you're averaging the x's, adding them up and dividing by 2. And then you're averaging the y's for the y coordinate. Okay, so if I just take a look at, for instance, my x's here, that would be, the x coordinate would be m plus n divided by 2, and the y coordinate would be 0 plus 0 divided by 2. Oops, sorry. Let me just say that again since it was off your screen. The x coordinate would be m plus n divided by 2, and that's because our coordinates up here, x1 and x2, are the m and the n. And then our y coordinate would be 0 plus 0 divided by 2. So this is going to simplify to be m plus n divided by 2, and then just 0, because this is 0 divided by 2, which is just 0. So that's actually your answer. You can't simplify that any further. Okay.